Hello friends, I hope you are doing well and staying safe. So today's video is about a request from the comments below my video recently. So I got a suggestion from this guy. I think this is Spanish, right? So he want a video to show the example of a query for student grades. So by logging with email and show the results in a table. Okay. So I think this is a very good idea for teachers in school or in some training center. So this could be a very useful tool for the teachers. And I start to build it in Google Apps Script, and I already have one here. So as you can see here in this spreadsheet, I have two tabs here. So one is for users, and another one is for the grade for each user or student, you can call it. Okay. So I set an email as a unique identifier. I use email for the ID, and I got the grade for each lessons. Okay, so you can add more lessons here if you like. All right, some fake data here for the user. For the users, you can see here I have an ID for each student or each user. I just collect some very simple personal information about the students or the user. So I got first name, last name, which grade, and which class. Also, email is a must-have field, and I also get the phone number. And finally, I decided to show the password, which is encoded password in this spreadsheet, because last time I did a similar project, I didn't save the password in the spreadsheet, so you may not see it, but I saved the password in the document properties, which you cannot see directly. So you can do that. It's a much safer way to do that, I think. But in this project, I'd like to show the password here, and you can fix it in the code, I think. Okay, so that's all the data in the spreadsheet, and let's go to the tool. So here I have a menu called app, and if you click on this menu, you have two functions, and the first one is going to open the web application, and there's another one is going to reset the ID. So if you need to run some test and the test is fine, and you can reset the ID, so the ID will start from 1 again. Okay, so first let's do this open web application first. So if you click it, it's going to open this sidebar, and we are going to redirect you to the web application if everything works fine. Why is it taking so long? Maybe just network issue. All right, so it's open this web application, and all right, so you have this login page here. All right, and you can enter your email address here. So as you can see here, I already have 3 users here. So let's try to use my email address here to test it. Let's try to put my email address here. So as you can see here in the spreadsheet, this password is encoded. So if you copy this password and pass it here, if you try to sign in, it's going to show you a wrong password. So the password is 12345 6. Alright, so it's encoded. So if I try to log in with the correct password, it will bring me to this page for the student information. And here I have 3 buttons here, both just the 3 simple functions for this little tool. And the main function here is going to check the grade for the students. Okay, so if you click this button, so I also list the student's information here. As you can see, I have the ID and the name for the student and email address, also the grade, class, phone. So this information is pulled from this spreadsheet. Okay, so all the informations you can find here. I'm going to show you in this web application. So if you click this check grade button, so it's going to pull all the grades from this sheet, transcript sheet. So you're going to find the email address and collect all these lessons with grade and make a table like this. So you got your grade for the lessons, right? And also you can send this grade sheet as a report with email. So if you click this email report, okay, so you will get a message like this if everything works fine. So the report should be sent to your email address. So the email address you signed in. Okay, so if I go to my mailbox, I should be able to receive a report in my email box. Okay, I got this email. Let's zoom in a little bit. So this is a grade sheet just sent from the web application. So information, just the same information. As you can see, I have the student information and I got some grade for the lessons. All right, so this is a basic function, and you can go back and you also can modify your information. Okay, so you can edit your profile here. As you can, if you click the edit profile button, you can have ability to modify these informations. Like I'd like to change the grade to 11 and my class to 005 and a number to 119. So I save it. Okay, I forget the password, so I need to re-enter the password here and try to save it. Okay, no, now so the changes should be saved to the spreadsheet. Let's check it. So as you can see here, I have changed my grade to 11. Yes. So the class, I think there is something issue here because the class was treated like a number. So the 00 at the beginning was removed. This will be a very easy fix, I think. No big issue. And you can see here the phone number was already saved to the spreadsheet. All right. So everything was fine. And also we can go back and you can sign up and you can try to use another email address, right? So if you enter any email address which cannot be found in this user sheet, so in column G, let's try to test test2@gmail.com. So test2@gmail.com. As you can see here, you're going to pop up a sign up form here and give you a message like this. So the email address you entered was not found in our system. So you need to sign up and or you can try another email address. So if we try to use my email address that is already registered in the system. So let's try to this test 0gmail.com, and if you try this email address, you should see you are going to the system will know this app will know this email address is already in the system, so you don't have to sign up again with this email, and you have permission to sign in. All right, so let's try to do a new email address, test2, and tap. So now you can sign up for a new user, and the password, let's try to 123 and confirm password 123. First name, last name in test2, and last name, just use my last name. All right, so its grade will be 10, class will be 1, number will be 991, whatever, just a fake number, and sign up. All right, so you should have this information here, and the new user ID have been generated, and all the user information have been added to the users tab. As you can see here, password in encoded. All right, so everything looks fine, and you'll be able to sign in now. And I should fix this. This should be signing. Okay. All right, just sign in, and it looks good. So the new ID, so your name, email, grade, class, and you can check the grade here. Since I already added the grade in this transcript file, as you can see, I have a test 0 to test 5. So we still can see this grades for this guy. Okay, so everything works fine. But if you have some user, maybe they don't have the grade in the script, let's just try something else. Let's try to sign up another user. So let's try to do test 6. Okay. Let's try password 123. 123. First name, let's do test 6. Last name test. Grade 8, class 2, number 110, and sign up. All right, so this should be fixed. No issue with that, and signing. All right, now you see I have the user information, but if I try to check the grade, you will get a message like this, because there is no data for this new user with email address test6@gmail in my database. Okay. All right, so let's go back, and then you need to check with your teacher or your I don't know who sent this to you. Okay, so go back and sign out. I think I've already explained all the functions in this tool. So if you think this would be helpful for you, you can simply make a copy of this tool, okay, for your project. And if you'd like to do some modification of this tool, you can send me an email or leave your comments below this video, okay? So I will try to fix it for you. All right, so let's try to make a copy of it and show you how to do it on your Google Drive, okay? So first you go to this file, and I will put a link, a copyable link in the description of this video, and you can click that link. It will bring you to the link to make a copy of this file. Okay, it's very similar to the actions I'm doing here. So I make a copy of this file. I rename it for YouTube. Okay, and I close this one. So since this is a web application, once you copy this file, you should go to the script editor. So from this tools menu, go to the script editor. All right, let's try to go to the script editor. So the first thing you need to do, you need to go to this publish menu and deploy as web app. So this is the first thing you need to do, and you can. So since this is the first time, so the project version should be new, and you can choose who should have the access. So for this one, I choose anyone. Okay, so I will update because this is the one I copied from myself. Okay, and so since this is a new file and this is the first time to run to publish, so we're going to ask you for the authorization. So you just click this review authorizations, and you log in with your Google account, or if you already logged in, you should be able to choose the account. Advanced, and go to this event. It says and save. Okay, allow all of this. All right, so you should be able to get a link like this. You can make a copy of this link and share it with the end users or your students, and you can make a copy of this link. This is the link to the web application. Okay. So, and also you can access the link from this app, Open Web App button here. Just in case you forgot your link, you can try to use this this button here. All right. So now I have this web app opened. This is a new, and let me fix the issue we just found. If we try to, so right now I have some data here. You can remove it because this is copied from my old file. All right. So if you try to log in, because this user is already added to your system if you copy it from my file, and the ID should start from 0. So if you try to log in with my email address, as you can see here, is already registered in the system. So you need to remove all of these lines because it's not needed for your project, and you can delete all of these, and you need to refresh this page. I think you also need to do it for the for the data here, but for the video I don't want to do it because I need this data to show you. All right, so let's try to use my email address here. What's wrong? As you can see, so my email address are recognizing as a new email address to the system. So let's try to put a simple passcode 123, my name here, and grade 10, class 1, number is 110, and sign up. So so I should be able to sign in now for this new one. If we go to the users, yes. So if you copied my file, the ID should start from 1. Okay, so this is the first user just for your application. Okay, but you also can reset it. So after you test it, so if you think this tool should start to work, and you can reset the ID. So the first user we got the ID from 1. Okay. All right. Maybe I need to fix the issue. Let's go to the code. Where can I fix it? I think it should be put in the. So after let me sign out. So once I click this sign in button, okay, let's go back to the code, the sign in function here. So if the password is success, I should reset the title to sign in. Okay, success page is user, and let's remove this line, and this title should be sign in. No, not sign in. If I sign up successfully, sign up. Okay, so if I sign up successfully, I should change the title to sign in. Okay, so we just save the code and try to do another signing again. So let's try test 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, test 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, maybe I need to refresh to see if this change works. So signing. Something's wrong. Let's try to search the sign up. No match was found. Okay, let's try to refresh this application and try to do another signing. Okay, let's do test 1 at Gmail. Test 1. Test 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Sign up. Okay, I just fixed it, so it now looks better. And signing, and I got my grade. No problem with that. Go back and can edit my profile. Let's change to 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and save it. Password 1, 2, 3. Save it. All right, saved. And I should get a yes 2, 2, 2 here for the test user test 1. Where is test 1? Okay, test 1. So go back, check the grade, and go back and sign out, and I'd like to check if the email function is working. So I use a real address, email address to test it. So I'm using my email address and password 1, 2, 3. Check grades and email report. Okay, email has been sent. So let's try to see it in my email box. And there, I just delete this one. This is old one. All right, just go to the report. So everything looks fine. Okay, so go back. And I should fix this typo here, students. What the heck is this? Students has tried to copy it, and where should I find it in the file? Okay. students. Is this correct? Yes, I think so. Okay. So basically that's it for this project, and maybe I don't want to go through this code to you because I did a lot of similar project recently. So if you are checking my previous videos, you should be very familiar with this code and the structures. So basically I'm using the Vue.js for this kind of one-page application. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm using the Vue.js library. Okay, and for the style, I'm using the W3 CSS. Okay, I'm using their theme. So if you'd like to change the theme, like the color for this tool, so you can go to maybe W3 CSS, and W3. Let's go to this link and check their themes. Where is the theme? So template here, color themes. So basically I'm using this color called deep orange. So if you'd like to choose some kind of color like tail, so you can copy this tail and go to this index.html file and replace this deep orange and save it. So if you go back to your web application and try to refresh it, you should be able to see the change here. Alright, so now you see this color was changed. So everything was changed in this tool. So I think that's all I'd like to share with you today. And if you think, so if you have any issues about this tool, you can leave the comments or questions below my video. And I suggest you send me an email because I sometimes may forget to reply your comments. So anyway, and have a good weekend to all of you. So see you next time. Bye bye.